Good morning. Good morning, Washington, D.C. Fire Department. Good morning, Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department. The dates and time, Thursday, May 23rd, 9:05 a.m. Good morning, Virginia Psychiatric Institution. Good morning, MedStar Hospital. Psych Ward. Good morning. Who else thinks to come? Okay, wait. Good morning, U.S. military. We gotta salute you for coming into a terrorist compound. I will never forget it. That took some real guts that you did that, man. And good morning, military police. Oh, I remember right with them. The military police. Good morning to you to think you're gonna come and arrest me and say that I'm a terrorist. Good morning. Let me tell you the date and time again, because this is what you're doing. Thursday, May 23rd, year 2024. And then lastly, off the top of my head, good morning, U.S. federal law enforcement. Good morning, U.S. federal law enforcement. I was on my way to be an agent. Yeah, all I needed was a year and a half of more credits, which I was going to get because I was going through the summer semester. I was on my way to being a U.S. federal law enforcement agent, just like all of you get to be. But you denied me any sort of opportunity or hope in life. And so now what do? Well, because of God, I actually am going to go into finance and economics, because you federal agents ruined my life. All right, so good morning to all these individuals who are involved with an insurrection, sedition, and attacking the Constitution and attacking our sovereign territory of the United States of America. I want to say good morning. Your terrorist, Thelma Houge, who I can ID and testify with numerous terrorist actions in this house, and I filmed, which are on the lovely YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Minds, Tumblr, and Twitter. For all of you I just said good morning to, you can go ahead and see those videos of your terrorist, Thelma Houge, engaged in violent terrorism inside of 1509 S Street Northwest, Washington, D.C., area code 2009. Go ahead and review those if you want. That's your good hard work, all of you. So we all know I can testify. We all know I've witnessed the last almost 5 years. Going to this September, it will be 5 years. We all know the only one that can testify and talk about anything is Heidi Granger. We all know the other terrorists that were here. They're domestic terrorists in a Muslim terrorist cell. ISIS. I do believe it's ISIS. They're all dead. And we have the other one who has been collecting mail here and tied to this terrorist cell to what I can testify. And on the utility bill, the water, that bill I can testify for sure, and sends mail here to the old terrorist that died. This terrorist, Thelma Houge, is officially today declaring ownership. We're going to go to court. That's what she wants to do. Okay, that's why she's sending that letter. She wants to go to the city courthouse. It's a formal and official letter. It's not certified mail. I don't believe so, but I think possibly it is. I'm not the expert on that. I think it's certified mail, so she knows when I've gotten it. She needs me to tell her when I've gotten it. It's not quite a summons. The legal bearings of this have teeth, but not a lot. So we're dealing with terrorists that are presenting themselves in their legal letter as more than what it really is, because you want to do a legal letter, you got to really serve somebody a summons. You got to serve somebody with a certified mail. They've got to sign for that, so on and so forth. They did install a doorbell here, so there are odds of me signing and answering that certified mail, so on and so forth. You really want to go to court and be legal. Okay, for anyone who might know what I'm talking about when they're giving them certified legal notifications. When I gave my biological mother the cease and desist, the lawyer mailed her a letter. It was indefinitely is how lawyers send their mail, through certified mail. I don't believe she had to sign for it. Um, that's civil. It's a civil matter. When it comes to tenant, because this is how they're presenting it, they're declaring ownership. So when it comes to tenant law, renters court, certified mail probably applies, but it doesn't have a lot of teeth because you're sending it to the lessee. The lessor is sending to the lessee. You need to make sure they get it. She's texting me, asking me to tell her when I get it. If you're dealing hypothetically with a problem tenant, that's not how you approach it at all. So this is what I'm saying. The whole thing, when you look at the whole picture, doesn't have a lot of teeth. What they want is they want to be talked about. They want to be filmed. I gotta plug my ears in this rotten shithole city. It's horrible here. You know what to spare myself while my ears are plugged. You know, the viewers and listeners, and the Washington D.C. PD, federal law enforcement agents, and the U.S. military, who have had the guts to actually crawl in here themselves through these cubby holes that I witnessed be constructed, that are conjunct to the houses next door, so they can run back and forth. Let me unplug my ears. They all know this, all right? They know that this is being presented to be talked, heard, and seen. We know what they do. This whole terrorist cell operates around that. They stand in their backyards desperate for it. I've never seen anything like it. Okay, so, but they definitely did that. And they do it with the helicopters. Don't forget all that. The world can, excuse my language, the world can go on the corner and see that. It's astounding here. So this female, Thelma Houge, is declaring ownership to the witness and the victim. And so you got what you want, Thelma Houge. I'm talking about you again, and you're already on video committing serious crime. So you can go ahead and watch yourself do that. You're on every social media network that is known to mankind. All right, and clearly you don't feel threatened that you're going to face any consequences for that. I don't get that impression, and I don't care. So since you're sending me letters, you give me no other recourse than to talk to my relatives, who I hold as suspect at this point. I can't help it if I'm a sound of mind, rational person with the actions they have taken, which I will not talk about on the internet. Thelma Houge gives me no other recourse to talk to those individuals and to get a tenant attorney. And from these individuals that I'm related to, who the whole world knows communicates with Thelma Houge, the ISIS terrorist, who's formally taking ownership of a terrorist compound legally. Thank you for doing that, Thelma Houge. Thank you. I actually thank you. And sending it to me, the witness victim. Thank you. I will take that into my custody and possession, that evidence. I thank you. You are giving me, Thelma Houge, the biggest opportunity in life to get some sort of really cool job in my new major, which is econ and finance. Thank you for that. Now I'm like a cool cat with the good military. I've got some major cool evidence. I've really got some cool stuff that when I talk to them, they're going to really want to talk to me and have a lot of respect for me, because I handled this so well. So I really appreciate that letter. I'm going to take that too, put it in my file. Thank you, Thelma Houge. Okay, so I'm going to keep all that. I'm going to communicate with the relatives who are, totally under question and are completely suspect. And I'm going to have those relatives communicate with the terrorist, who I have no doubt commits and engages terrorism inside of 1509 S Street Northwest. So I'm going to have the relatives who willingly want to and are always in communication with Thelma Houge. And I'm going to have my tenant attorney. Everybody's going to talk to Thelma Houge and give her what she wants. All right, and we'll see how reasonable she is. All right, and Thelma Houge should not be anywhere mistaken or wondering if I want to stay here, because I don't want to stay in your terrorist cell. Okay, Thelma Houge, but you want to go to court and you want to talk to my other relatives? You got what you wanted.